Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all participants. First of all, I'm again Farabi from PLANMalaysia. So PLANMalaysia is one of the federal agency under the Ministry of Local Government Development, and our task is to look into a lot of things, especially in urban plannings. So I would like to claim that I'm not an expert in the data center, but we lies with the smart city. So smart city, under the component of the smart city, the roles of data center is very important. And I will explain in my presentation. But before that, I would like to thank Tradepass and MDEC for inviting PLANMalaysia to participate in this prestigious event. And we would like to share our perspective on from the standpoint of smart city, especially with regards to data center. Okay. So I'll be covering a few components in my presentation. But before that, I would like to, I guess a smart city is a buzzword today. And this buzzword is something that really emerging. And it lies with our daily lifestyle as well. So what is smart city is actually? So in Malaysia, we have, I always call as the textbooks for the smart city. So Ministry of Local Government Developments have formulated a nice blueprint on smart city. So it's like a policy direction for the Malaysia to look forward and to carry a lot of initiative under this. So smart city is actually not a conventional cities. So smart cities is a cities under the definition is a cities that are using ICT and emerging technological advancement in managing their urban challenges. So as of today, we faces a lot of issues, urban challenges. Today, I'm sure when you are traveling to this majestic hotel, you'll be faced by a lot of congestions and a lot of other issues. So these are the issues that smart city are looking to solve using the technology. Okay, so we know that Malaysia is one of the rapid urbanized countries as well. So if we look at the statistics by the United Nations, that the statistics mention that between 2018 and 2050, the world population is expected to increase from 55% to 68%. So what does this means in terms of, so this means that the additional of 2.5 billion of population. So I try to bring to the context of Malaysia. For now, I guess under the census 2020, Department of Statistics Malaysia have defined that probably we are at the 32 plus million population, and our urbanization rate is about 75%. And a lot of documents in Malaysia have predicted that Malaysia is going towards 85% of population will live or reside in the urban area. So this is something very significant that you could imagine 8.5 out of 10 of us will reside in the urban area. So we know that our urban area faces a lot of issues today. So how we want to mitigate this? How we want to come up with the solutions that probably make our lifestyle and Malaysia, especially our cities, more livable in the future. Okay, so this is the one that I mentioned before. The government, the federal government has formulated the Malaysian Smart City Framework. So it encompasses of 7 components of the smart city. So from smart government to the smart digital infrastructure. So this is, I think, the regular component in the smart city. And I do believe that yesterday, all of you have listened to my colleagues, Mr. Fabian Bigger from My Digitals. And in My Digital have give a special emphasis on digital infrastructure with regards to the data center. So it mentioned here that under the initiative number 5, boost capabilities of domestic data center companies to provide high-end cloud computing services. So we can know from this statement that data center is going to play a very important and significant roles in the smart city developments. So from my perspective as a urban planners, actually there are 4 tiers of comprehensive smart city. So the first tier is about consumer and interface, which is we are the consumer. So a lot of us are using a lot of smart application on daily basis for your lifestyle. We run in the afternoon, we are using Strava, we are using the smartwatch, and we use that data for our lifestyle to monitor our health and etc. The second layer is services. We know that in Malaysia there are 3 main services, utility services I mean. We have electricity, we have water, and now we have telecommunication as the third utility. So the third one is about data. For me as urban planners, data play a vital role in smart city. We need data is a new wealth. So with data, we want to predict our future. So this is the relationship between the data center and the data being generated from a smart city. And the last one is the digital infrastructure. Without a good digital infrastructure, especially connectivity, we are talking about connectivity, we couldn't do any smart services. So this is the 4 main layers. Okay, so what are the roles of the data center in smart city environment? So I could split it into 3 main components, but basically a smart city is an urban area that uses different type of IoT sensors to collect data and use insight from that data to effectively manage assets, resources, and services. So this includes data collected from citizens. We are become the data source. We do a lot of crowdsourcing as well, and devices and assets that are processed and analyzed for monitoring and managing traffics and transportation system, power plants, utilities, water supplies, waste management, crime detection, information system, school, libraries, hospital, and other community services. So a lot of data is generated, and these must be transported, stored, processed, decentralized, and central location are needed for data center. So the staggering amount of data generated require intelligent data center, and that will act as a single source of truth. So the data center will be abstract, store, and share data from multiple sources in a structured format after enrichment with the contextual knowledge. So I think this is what data center roles in a smart city. So in a smart city architecture, basically the smart city technological architecture organized into 4 main layers, including the sensing layers, network layers, the middleware layers, and the application layers. So these are the, I guess all of you are being quite familiar with this architecture as well. So this is the basic architecture for any cities, any smart cities, and okay. So this is the role that we try to conclude in a nutshell. So data center as a foundation for smart city will play in the 3 main roles. The first one is data center will be the hub of massive data in the emergence of the smart city. The second one is data center will be a warehouse for the data integration and data sharing in smart city. And the last one is data center will be the brain for smart city for a big data analytics. So what we mean by data center will be the hub of massive data growth in smart city. So smart city need a huge amount of archive and real-time data to function properly. We are using Grab every day basis. We are using Waze, we are using Google Map to travel, and this is a real-time data that become vital in our daily life. So, for example, smart car data. We are talking about EV car, electric vehicles car, and autonomous vehicle in the future. So this car or vehicle generate a lot of data. So autonomous and smart car are becoming more integrated with the mobile systems. As a result, car can communicate with each other and with cities. This communication can reduce congestions, prevent road incidents, and improve navigation. Camera system data, camera surveillance. We saw a lot of data, CCTV around our cities. In KL, if not mistaken, we have about 8,000 CCTVs. So there are CCTVs that are looking surveillance for the safety. There are CCTVs that are being used for the traffic management as well. So this CCTV can help with the traffic enforcement, improve public safety, build intelligent lighting system, and serve as a crime detector as well. So I think a lot of you are a fan of CSI movie. So you know how the CCTV play a role. It's like an ear and eyes for the cities. So environmental sensor as well. Now we are living the, I would say it's El Nino now. How the heat is become so phenomenal. And this environmental sensor, especially the air quality sensor, enable city to find and take action against polluters, locate green area with low air quality, and provide air quality status alert to the citizen. So smart city can store their data in 3 main locations: cloud storage, edge computing, and hybrid data storage as well. So this is one of the example how the massive data. So imagine, so this is not mid-journey, but imagine imagine that our cities become smart, and this is one of the advanced analytics that could be used in our city to look at the car parking management as well. So modern analytical capabilities can help understand the real situations and challenges of a city through data based on urban analysis, comparative analysis, data management towards. So from this data and analytics, we can improve the parking status. For example, to increase parking occupancy level based on the customer behavior, maximize parking revenue, especially for the local governments, identify dynamic pricing, probably for the parking operators, and make period-over-period comparison as well, because we already have historical data in our city management, and identify success and pinpoint area for improvement in the future. So this is another imagine, advanced analytics on the traffic management. So this is of course, we have a lot of system in Malaysia that our cities, but I'm using one of the Madrid basis analytic as well. So data collected from IoT sensor and CCTV cameras, for instance, can be utilized to help city planners address bottleneck, make traffic flow more efficient, and reduce congestions. So traffic management platform already exists that combine data from public agencies, connected car, camera feed, IoT sensor, mobile apps, and many other sources. So this camera can monitor parking availability, traffic light, feed data in real time to facilitate more efficient traffic flow. So big data is fueling a new wave of transportation innovation for us. And while such solutions are boon to city officials and municipal planners, the end user, for us, ordinary citizens are the biggest beneficiaries. So, okay. So, the second one, data center will be the warehouse for the data integration and data sharing in smart city. We know that without data sharing and open data policy, smart cities couldn't happen. So, data center data integration become increasingly important in emerging smart cities. So smart cities are comprised of a system of a systems. So current modern cities are equipped with sensor generating huge amount of data waiting to be tapped for a smart decision making, such as smart grid, smart transportation, smart building, and smart healthcare. So the benefit of data warehouse enable a city to perform analysis based on the data in the data warehouse, and data across separate sources need to be aligned, harmonized, and standardized. So data center play a significant role behind this process. So this is an example that one of the project that we are working at PLANMalaysia called Malaysia Urban Observatory. So this is the next big thing that the government of Malaysia is coming out. So we are working on the 6 pilot cities. So we want to integrate cities such as Kuala Lumpur, Petaling Jaya, Johor Bahru, Penang already have their smart city platform. So what we want, but every city is using the smart city platform as a city operations, a daily basis. And the historical data, the data being generated on daily basis from the city operation, the way that we travel, our vehicles being counted every day on daily basis, origin, destination, from where, from A to B point. So this data being generated in each city, and the federal government want to manipulate this data as a big data platform for a better policy making in the future. So the last one is a data center will be the brain for the smart city. With a massive data, with a lot of data integration, how we want to turn data into information and into insight. I think insight is the most impactful end that we want to use this data. So big data analytics become a buzzword as well for us in urban planning as well. So in a smart city, big data play an important role in processing data collected through all IoT devices, so that further analysis can be made to recognize the pattern and needs in the city. Because every city is unique and have their own characteristics. So sensor installed in all over city generate huge amount of data, and many improvement can be done. So big data analytics play important roles. So we know the principle of big data analytics in predictive analysis, predictive analysis of traffic and transport pattern can be reduced, can reduce congestion. City resources can use for public safety, social care, and other key services. Energy efficiency can be directed at the most vulnerable household and suitable building, for example. And open data platform can increase citizen engagement. I think this is one of the area that we are looking to improve citizen engagement using the technology. So, okay, this is one of the big data analytics that we are working at. For example, today, I think this is the current issue that we being hit by the El Nino. So now we know how hot the day is. So this is, for example, historical data from 2005 to 2018, the land surface temperature for Johor Bahru. So we can know, so this can be used as the adaptive mitigation for urban planners, for the landscape architect, for the city managers to know, to understand the heat have been impacted any cities for the past years. And we can mitigate this through our urban tactical, whether regardless is a landscaping mitigation strategy, urban planning, land use planning, and etc. So we know that the red area is actually the area that is very hot in terms of the land surface temperature. So as a conclusion, the future cities through digitalization and big data, and this is the behind it. The role of the data center become crucial than ever. So as many roles of the data center in achieving smart city. So big data play an important role in smart cities. Cities can process data from IoT, as I mentioned before, from devices and sensors to recognize pattern and needs. The analysis can reduce the number, a lot of road accident, for example, road accident, congestion, and helps driver to find a parking spot. Data can also reduce crime, improve smart urban lighting, improve water and energy system. So this data analysis is extremely important functionality on which the performance of a smart city depended. New data mining algorithm and visualization technique are required in order to gain useful insight from the variety of data acquired by a smart city. For their better functioning, real-time analytics play a much greater role than traditional store and process later scenario. So in principles, local government can process data from IoT devices and sensors to recognize pattern and needs. Smart city use IoT devices such as connected sensors like meters to collect and analyze data. So then the local government could do this data to improve our infrastructure, public utilities, and the services. So this is one of, sorry, I didn't turn the slide. So this is the conclusion that I mentioned before. So smart city is actually as a data capture, as a data input. But the most important thing is for a big data analytics in the future. This is what I mean by the data is the new wealth. So data integration is one of the biggest challenges. We know that a lot of agencies still in silo. So we want to bridge and we want to break this silo. We want to come the reverse engineering of de-siloed and try to get data being stored in the big warehouse that I mentioned earlier in the platform named Malaysia Urban Observatory. So with this big data, we can promote the data-driven decision making in the future. And finally, so this is the project that we are working with, Malaysia Urban Observatory. Under this Malaysia Urban Observatory, there will be one platform called National Smart City Platform, and I would like to encourage and promote this for the industry, especially the participant here, to come and join us if you have any data that could be shared in this platform, especially the real-time data on the city platform as well. So as of now, we are focusing on G2G, and after this, we are focusing G2B, and the latest stage, we are focusing from G2C as well. So we are going to open this platform in the future for a lot of crowdsourcing data, and we hope this data can be shared with the general public as well for the improvement of our cities in the future. So I wish that's all my presentation, but I wish to speak more with the participant after my sessions. Probably in the future session, with regard to data center, what is the best, because we know that the massive amount of data centers starting to come to Malaysia, and one of the state is Johor, Johor Bahru, Kuala Lumpur, Cyberjaya have receiving a lot of investment in that data center. So the planning of data center is crucial, and I wish to discuss further on the location of the data center, the planning for the data center in probably the next session and next discussion. So with that, thank you very much for your attention.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Muhammad Farabi Yussoff from... All right, thank you once again, Engineer Muhammad.